Rising above the rolling hills of Wiltshire, Barbury Castle is more than a forgotten ruin. It's a living monument where Iron Age warriors once stood guard, Roman settlers left their mark, and soldiers prepared for war nearly 2,000 years later. Join me as we explore the legends, the landscape, and the legacy of Barbury Castle. And now, a word from me.
Hello, I'm John and welcome to John's Box, my YouTube channel, and to the first of 10 in the series of Swindon, its nature and parks. When I say nature and parks and you see Barbury Castle, you may think it's also about its history. Certainly in this case there will be quite a lot of history when it comes to Barbury Castle, but there's also a lot of nature there. I will mention that in the audio-visual part which follows, there are specialists to add to what will be later in the video. There are some flora on the slopes. In fact, Barbury Castle sits within a rich chalk grassland ecosystem on the Marlborough Downs, which offers a vibrant mix of wildlife and plant species. There are specialist chalk and flowers which thrive on the steep south-facing slope. There's also crested hairgrass and wild thyme, meadow saxifrage, and a species diminishing southeast of the country. There are typical blooms like horseshoe vetch and birdfoot trefoil. There will be diagrams and pictures just to describe what I've just said. There's a lot of insects and butterflies. It's a hotspot for butterflies, in fact, like the common blue, the brown argus, and large skippers have all been recorded. So there will be quite a bit of history coming up, as well as there's an interesting question. As a child, I actually thought that when I heard Barbury Castle, I thought there was a stone castle near Swindon, but nothing of the sort. There never was a stone castle, but an Iron Age hill fort. So there'll be more about that. And as I mentioned, there's going to be a lot also about the nature, the surrounding nature. So without further ado, sit back and relax and enjoy the audio-visual commentary coming up.
As mentioned, it's an Iron Age hill fort situated on Barbury Hill, 5 miles south of Swindon, on the ancient Ridgeway Trail, and encompasses about 12 acres, enclosed by concentrically arranged banks and ditches. It's designated as a scheduled monument since 1882 and managed as a country park by Swindon Borough Council from 1971 onwards. It was built around 700 to 600 BC with double ramparts to defend against tribal attacks, possibly featuring wooden palisades and towers. It was continually used into Roman times and remains of buildings suggest a village or garrison. It was here that the West Saxons under Cynric and Culwin defeated the Britons, marking a key step in the formation of Wessex. During World War II, the American and Home Guard forces built anti-aircraft defences and widened entrances in which visible traces remain today. Situated at 262 metres above sea level, offering commanding views across the Marlborough Downs, Cotswolds, River Severn, and nearby Liddington and Uffington hill forts, it also surrounds Bronze Age barrows, Celtic fields, medieval village earthworks, and flint working sites. The terrain is on chalk grassland, supports wildlife such as buzzards, red kites, deer, and wildflowers, and it's part of the Ridgeway National Trail, an ancient path used for over 5,000 years. Free access with parking nearby. It's good for hiking, photography, and kite flying. While Barbury Castle today is set of impressive earthworks, banks, and ditches, historians and archaeologists can reasonably construct what it might have looked like around 600 to 100 BC during the Iron Age. Here's a vivid description of what Barbury Castle likely looked like when it was occupied. Its shape was roughly oval, with concentric double ramparts and ditches. Its size is enclosed around 11 acres, large enough for a small village. The entrances were two main gates, east and west, possibly with timber gate towers. The defensive walls with ramparts topped with wooden palisades, fences made of sharpened logs. Lookouts or guard posts placed along the inner wall for defence were also included. Inside the fort there were roundhouses, dozens of circular wooden houses with thatched roofs, homes for families, chiefs and warriors. There was a central open area used for meetings, livestock and storage. There were cooking pits, granaries and workshops with flint tools, pottery and weaving. Animal pens were for sheep, pigs and maybe horses. Pathways were worn into the chalk for daily movement between homes and gates. Inhabited by a tribal community, possibly the Dobuni or Atribots. Life involved farming, herding, metalworking and trading with other nearby hill forts. Likely a chieftain-led society with warriors defending the fort and leaders overseeing trade and politics. At night, the fires were glowing from roundhouse chimneys. There were lookout posts stood at the gates, and there was the sound of livestock, night insects, and wind over the downs.
So there you have it. If you've been to Barbury Castle, admired the views both during the day and at night, where you can see a little bit of Swindon from there, the lights of Swindon. Tell me what you think. It makes for a good walk along the Ridgeway as well. Can get a bit windy at times, but you're quite close to Swindon, but on the other hand you're really far away from it. So just remember the story when I thought it was a stone castle, but nothing of the sort, as I then discovered. Yep. Okay then, so please write your comments, what you thought of the video and your personal experiences of the place. You do have to go up quite a steep hill to reach it as well, don't you? I've actually run up that hill once or twice, cycled up it. It's a lovely spot, in fact. So tell me what you think. Please support my channel. I've got currently 919 subscribers. Love to get to 1,000 ASAP. Yep, and in the next part, which will come up in the not too distant future, it'll be all about Coatwater Country Park. That's it for today's video, and see you again in the next one on John's Box.